Hi guys, this is Dania. Good morning. I'm the owner of Westport Hair and Company here in Westport, Connecticut. I'm here today because I wanted to talk to you about rosemary oil. There has been a big hype on social media about rosemary oil, and I just wanted to hop in here and tell you a little bit about it. So, what is really rosemary oil and how can this oil impact your hair regrowth? Is it true or is it just some social media out there that people are talking about? So let's find out more. So I have been doing a little bit of research about it, reading articles about it, and the rosemary oil comes from the rosemary plant, and it has been used in skincare and it has been used in products for the hair as well. Social media is saying that rosemary oil can impact hair regrowth and it can also make hair longer. But scientists out there, or case studies, they haven't found anything that back up these statements. And the reason why is because they haven't had any real big studies on this oil, due to that the studies that they had before are very small, and then with no placebo effect. And actually what happens is that maybe they have seen a little bit of a small hair, but that's because of the hair cycle. Also, they have seen a little bit of shiny hair, but that's due to the oil itself. Experts are saying that hair loss can be very, very complex, and they haven't found anything that really can help with this yet. They are saying that hair oil involves hormonal changes, and it can also be genetics, or it can also be inflammation on the hair follicles. So for these things, they are saying that with those studies that they have done, that rosemary oil may help increase scalp circulation. By increasing scalp circulation, it may reduce the inflammation of the scalp, which can be a plus for healthy hair, right? We want really, we don't want any inflammation on the scalp. And if you really notice that this is something that you may have had in the past, just go to the doctor and get a check and see what they are saying about that. So as I just mentioned before, here the rosemary oil, there is no solid proof out there that shows that it really regrows hair, or that it can treat any alopecia areata or telogen effluvium and all these things. It can happen to many of us out there. I have had clients that they have had the alopecia areata. Usually it comes back, but usually it can be also due to stress factors, or many they may have had some major surgeries and they go through hair loss periods. It can stop, but usually it can stop and then it can grow. But the rosemary oil, there is no proof that it can do any of this. There has been one study in 2015 comparing rosemary oil with minoxidil, but this study had some flaws in it. It was a very small sample of people, and then there was no placebo effect. So, and the results that they noticed, as I told you before, they were due to the hair cycles, and the shine that they saw was due to the oil itself, but no actual regrowth. So when can I use, or when should you use, and how should you use the rosemary oil if you really want to give it a try? Well, they are saying, experts are saying that you could use it together with coconut oil or with jojoba oil. Just use a small quantity, and then it shouldn't give you any irritation. But and then massage it into your scalp. Maybe it's easier to do this at night when you're sleeping. So you know how everything at night kind of relaxes. Then that's the time for us to kind of rejuvenate, and that's what we want with this. We want the scalp to rejuvenate and get help with these oils. So also it may cause a small amount of irritation, but I don't know about that. I haven't used it, so but just check with your doctor before you do anything like this. But some tips that we usually talk to clients about, and then I'm always talking to clients. This is a topic that usually happens in my share every single day. Unfortunately, it happens to a lot of people more than what you think. Happens to a lot of women, happens to a lot of men as well. And I usually, what I tell them is just try to be stress-free, try to have a well-balanced diet, and then try to sleep your 7 or 8 hours that is recommended according to the guidelines. I know that many of these points can be a little bit hard depending on the person, but they can be done. That could be one of your 2026 New Year resolution. Why not? You know, sleep more, better diet, and stress-free, which it can be a little bit, you know, there are times that we're not stress-free. I understand that. Also, they are saying just avoid tight ponytails, because the very, very tight ponytails, they can cause the retraction alopecia, and you don't want that. I've seen that happening. So avoid that, and you know, be conscious when you're putting your hair in a tight pony. Loosen it up. Don't use those bands that are very elastic. Try to use something that is more gentle. Velvety scrunchies are really good for the hair. Don't make it too tight. A loose braid at night maybe can help with you know, keeping your hair not so much tangled, because that's another thing too, that when the hair is tangled, then the next day you're in a rush and you're just pulling your hair with your brush. You don't want to do that. You want to be gentle with your hair the same way that you're gentle with your skin or with your body. Just be gentle with the hair, okay? And the last advice that I would like to give you is, as soon as you see any hair loss, just check out for your health. Check for any iron deficiency, check for any vitamin D deficiency, or check for any zinc deficiency. Sometimes we see that clients that go through a major surgery, or clients that go through major surgery is a big one because of the anesthesia that could cause hair loss. The other thing that, you know, cancer treatments, they can definitely cause hair loss, unfortunately. But have your doctor, check with your doctor and have them. Thyroids, that's another thing that can cause hair loss, unfortunately. So you want to have all those things checked, and you want your body to be on balance, and you want your doctor to tell you what to do. So I'm just here because I just wanted to talk about it, and I just wanted you to be conscious that many times what they are saying out there in social media, it may not. Sometimes there are some things that are true, but sometimes there are things that are not true. So I just want to educate my clients, educate you guys, and I hope that you learned something new with my video today. And I hope that I can see you again, and that you can subscribe right at the bottom, and that you can follow me on social media for more tips and for more wonderful things that usually come up on my Westport Hair and Company page and on my social media channels. Thank you guys for watching, and then I will see you soon. Bye bye.